Ron Lamb, president of Reynolds and Reynolds, says that DMS is about what happens inside the dealership, and that's no longer good enough. Dealers now need comprehensive retail management systems.
When I started in the business, Chuck, I would go make sales calls, and the dealers would say, "Why would I buy a computer system from a forms company?" And I was like, no, we've got these great systems. And in my career, I've seen us transform from being a forms company to a dealer management system company. But DMS means something very specific. If you were to go to one of the dozen providers of DMS systems and say, you know, I'd like a DMS system for 30 users, and can you get me a quote an hour? We could all kind of kick out a quote. And they would all have accounting and parts and service and payroll and all that stuff. And they'd all be, you know, different price points, but kind of be about the same. The challenge for the dealers is way beyond DMS. DMS is what happens inside the four walls of the dealership. The retail battle is now largely being determined outside the four walls. DMS is no longer good enough. So we've had to take a different perspective about the challenges for the dealer in the next 5 or 10 years, and that's why we've developed this retail management system. It's complete and it's comprehensive. Now, one of the funny things about being in this business is, as crazy as our wonderful customers are, there's not one dealer that's going to walk around and say, I would like accounting from Reynolds, and I'd like the part system from this other company, and boy, so-and-so's got a great service company, which is what they used to do when I started in the business. No one would do that. You wouldn't be crazy enough to buy pieces and parts of a DMS and try to glue them together. The same holds true for a retail management system. I'll give you an example. I have an email on here right now from my local dealership who sent me an email saying, Ron, your 65,000 mile service for your Audi is due. I sent the email back to the owner and I said, did the Reynolds system send you this? And he said, he went and looked it up and he goes, no. And I go, you do remember I traded in that Audi 3 years ago when I bought my new car from you. And he said, oh, I am so sorry. I said, no, you've kind of made my day. This is exactly the issue of why a dealer needs a complete retail management system to transform what they're doing inside the four walls and then enable them to dominate outside the four walls in one complete system. And that's where the marketplace is going, and that's where Reynolds is going.